Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified what is going on. Devin Haney is looking for an out in the sport of boxing. He is now suing Ryan Garcia for damages. He's saying that you messed up my bag, you did this and you did that. So now Devin Haney has took it upon himself to get a legal team and sue Ryan Garcia. Now let me tell you, how is that going to translate to the fans? I mean, you got to call it how you see it. It's straight up a money grab, right? So we do know that Devin Haney and Bill Haney are very business orientated. So that's why they negotiated. If you come in over the weight limit, then you're gonna pay us a certain amount of money. That's why, I mean, these dudes just negotiate everything. You know what I'm saying? Money it buys them. That's the problem with the Haneys. Money is the root of all evil. You know what I'm saying? Money buys these dudes. So if you have some money, you can pay them off, and they'll get up off your ass. You know what I'm saying? But or they'll pay channels or things like that to speak highly of them, to make them better, you know what I'm saying, to make them look better in the light than they actually are. um but Devin Haney, in my opinion, I don't feel like he wants to really come back to the sport of boxing. I feel like he much rather take the take the money and go about his way. Nobody's gonna ever be able to downlive what happened to Devin Haney on April 20th. There's no way in hell anybody's gonna be like, well, Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got his old back, this and that, but he still got beat. You know what I mean? He still got beat, and it was in a terrible fashion. The levels that Ryan Garcia had in his system weren't enough to do any type of effect inside of the ring on fight night, and that's already come out. You know what I'm saying? I think that night sack, they just needed to really make a point. But how are you gonna punish somebody who doesn't even know that they're contaminated with something, right? How are you gonna punish somebody uh if they didn't know they had cancer, bro? You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, there's no way, you know what I'm saying, that somebody could. It doesn't matter. If it's not in the back of the label, if it's not on the back of that label, then there's no way how you gonna punish somebody. And I understand that people say, oh, you gotta know what you goes in your body and this and that. But let's say if you just taking regular ass pills, bruh, you not calling no scientists and asking them, can you diagnose this pill for me so that I could take this? I mean, come on now. Let's be serious. Everybody has some type of hormones or anything in their body that they put in every single fucking day. These motherfuckers eat McDonald's every single fucking day. You know what I mean? You eat fucking McDonald's every single day. What do you think all that process, all that bullshit is? You know what I'm saying? It's straight up hormones, things that they put into these animals to make them bigger, larger, whatever they want to do with them. You know what I'm saying? So uh, somebody being contaminated is just, how can you really punish that? You know, um, some people wanted him to get banned from boxing. Some people really wanted him to get banned for over 2 years, 3 years, that this and that. And it became a negotiation, because that's the sport of boxing. You can negotiate yourself. You can negotiate your way through things, right? So it is what it is. But in my opinion, I feel like Ryan Garcia, a year suspension, and then I would automatically want a rematch with Devin Haney just to whip his ass again. You know, if I'm Devin Haney, I mean, obviously you probably won't be enticed to try to fight Ryan Garcia, especially right now if it's spooky season. So you probably like, nah, I don't want to deal with that. This dude might have something in his arsenal they gonna bring out against me, and I don't want to get embarrassed twice. You know, but the truth of the matter is that what was in Ryan Garcia's system was equivalent to something being contaminated. Devin Haney has shown his true character. Um, and Bill Haney has shown to be someone that failed in that regard to show his son that you gotta have that type of character in life. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna sit here and sue like little ass kids. You know what I mean? Like you snitch on motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I ain't mean to say sue, but to snitch on somebody, because that's basically what you're doing is you snitching. So now you basically a snitch. And in the sport of boxing, where you talking about blue collar people that watch the sport of boxing, that shit is frowned upon. Devin Haney is now labeled as a snitch. He's taking shit to court. He's gonna testify in court that it was him, that guy right there, that's the man, and that's the reason why I'm losing out on money and this and that. The reason you losing out on money is because you have no head movement. The reason you losing out on money is because you don't have no power. The reason you losing out on money is not Ryan Garcia's fault. The reason you losing out on money is because you was too money hungry. You see what I'm saying? You sold yourself to the devil, and that's the reason why you gonna lose out on money. That's one thing that Devin Haney, in my opinion, did. He sold himself to the devil. He made that negotiation at the table, and that was it. That was all she wrote. But I still don't feel like Devin Haney has anything, uh, would bring anything to the table against a guy like Ryan Garcia. I mean, I thought he was gonna do it before the fight, but it just proved to be too much of a fighter. Ryan Garcia was too much of a fighter for Devin Haney. And you're not gonna be able to erase that. That'll be sad if the people trying to say, oh no, well he didn't get beat. You know what I mean? Because that's the type of things that boxing is, right? Now that he got an O wiped out. They literally think that nobody's gonna remember what happened. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be like 9/11. We gonna remember this shit like 9/11, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is every single year on April 20th while motherfuckers is getting high. While motherfuckers is getting high, the one thing they gonna talk about is Devin Haney getting his ass whooped by a guy named Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Who was at best a C plus fighter according to Devin Haney. You know, but ultimately he was not cheated. He wasn't cheated. Ultimately, Ryan Garcia was just contaminated, and I mean, these guys are taking different pills. You know what I'm saying? Different types of things. But also, what I learned tonight was from Mark Kriegel, it wasn't just because he tested positive for Austrian. Nah, it wasn't that, which is super fucking weird, right? Because the New York State Athletic Commission actually understood that it didn't have no effect on Ryan Garcia. They actually penalized him as well because of the fact that he missed weight, which is weird, right? Because when is the athletic commission uh trying to suspend a fighter because of them missing weight? You know what I'm saying? That's not even really a thing. You know what I mean? And there was one more reason why Mark Kriegel said that there was one more thing, and it wasn't because of the Austrian. It was because he took an IV before the fight, which is incorrect. They saw the fucking all access, the 20 for 20 bullshit that they do, and they saw Ryan Garcia motherfucking taking doing the IV. To my understanding, you are able to take IVs not before the fight or not after the weigh-in, but before the weigh-in. To my understanding, to my knowledge, you are able to take an IV all the way up into that point. Now, how did they find out that Ryan Garcia took an IV? That's another question. So these were three things. The reason why they got a 1 year suspension from the New York State Athletic Commission. It wasn't just because of the Austrian. And Mark Kriegel said that tonight on ESPN on Top Rank. If you didn't catch those fights, man, you missed out on something special. But Mark Kriegel said it wasn't just because of the Ostarine. It was three things. It was the Ostarine, the contamination of the Ostarine, taking an IV before a fight, which I don't honestly think he did, but they negotiated that, so I don't know. And missing weight. So make it make sense. Make it make sense. Why is Ryan Garcia suspended? I don't think so. I don't think, if fans are raving about, oh, they're trying to tell people, or fans are saying, you're supporting a cheater, this and that, you're supporting a cheater, and my simple answer is no, because he didn't cheat. He didn't have the levels in his system that for them to be like, yeah, he cheated. You know what I'm saying? He had the levels of contamination of somebody who had been contaminated but not actively using it. You know what I'm saying? And Osterine is not the type of, this dude was gassed in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Is if you taking a PED, you're not gonna take something that's gonna gas you, right? At the end of the day, it's not. And Ostarine has never been proven to actually be effective inside of any sport, which is something that a lot of fighters take is Ostarine, right? So to be honest, I think it's BS, man. I think it's BS. It's not a drug. It's not a drug. He was clean all the way on through, except for the day before the fight and after the fight. So like, it was very weird how things happened in this whole event. You know what I'm saying? In this whole thing, it was very weird. Then you got to notice that Devin Haney works with snacks. And everybody knows that snack is an undetectable PED, and that's why guys that don't have the power go to snack, not to gain power, but to gain stamina. So this is like essentially like an athletic asthma type of thing, whereas it makes you last longer. It's a Rhino, it's a honey pack. You know what I'm saying? It's a Viagra. These dudes are essentially taking a Viagra, a honey pack, a Rhino. You know what I'm saying? The Mojo. You know what I mean? They taking that. That's what they taking to gain more stamina. Everybody knows that snack is an undetectable drug. I mean, go look at the founder of Barco, the founder of Snack. His name is Victor Conti. Search him up, and you'll find out that he's a known narc. You know what I'm saying? He is he is what he is, a true drug pusher. You know what I'm saying? He is a kingpin in this shit. He is the dude from Breaking Bad. You know what I'm saying? Walter. He is that. You know what I mean? That's who he is. You know what I'm saying? That's the guy. He be in the back chefing it up. You know what I'm saying? He made his drug so undetectable. These dudes are going in there, and that's what they running with. And he's got a couple fighters, and if you look at those fighters that he has under Snack, you will understand that those fighters don't have no power. Most of them, not all of them, right? Some of them have freakish power, right? Freakish power. And that just brings you to the point where it's like he's making undetectable drugs, and he's putting different supplements in some of these drugs. Devin Haney's probably going in there for some type of power, but obviously he has so little of it. It's not really affecting him in that game. But the stamina, though, you know what I mean? The stamina. This dude doesn't get a second win. He's on his first win throughout the whole fight. You know what I mean? Even when he was getting his ass whooped, he didn't even gas. Make it make sense. Dog, you getting your ass whooped like that, bro, and you don't gas? That's alarming. That's alarming. That's definitely alarming. But I just honestly feel like Devin Haney, I think that he's not coming back to the sport. And if he does, it's gonna be a year or 2 years from now. And he already ducked Sandor Martin. I don't understand how you could duck a guy like Sandor Martin. I understand that Nobody bid for the fight for him against Sandor Martin. Only Top Rank did, and it was somewhere around 2 point something million. And like that is a sad thing. But again, Devin Haney, one thing I said, the one thing I said, his stock will drop as soon as he loses. It's over. You know what I'm saying? When he's winning, it's all on the up and up. But when he takes his first L, it's over. His career is basically done. You know, and now you talking about bringing this to the light. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody gonna forget that. Nobody gonna forget that ass whooping that you took, bro. Nobody's gonna forget that. You know, the ass whooping that Devin Haney took was uh it was something special that night. You know what I mean? It was something definitely special, something in the air that night. Devin Haney took a ass beating of a lifetime. That shit was just like like if he literally stole something from Ryan Garcia and Ryan Garcia went and whooped his ass. You know what I'm saying? It was just it was incredible, you know. And how you gonna wipe that away? You can't wipe that away. You know what I'm saying? Even if he thinks that he has his undefeated record back, he doesn't. You know, and he's gonna parade around like he really won that fight. See, here's my thing with Devin Haney, and this is the one thing that I've always said. He has character flaws, right? He has character flaws. Bill Haney did a great job of, giving uh, Devin Haney the silver spoon in his mouth and all of that. But what he didn't make Devin Haney was a man. You know, he didn't make Devin Haney a man. He has character issues. He has character flaws in him. First of all, parading around a belt that he didn't win inside of the ring and saying that he was the champion of 135 pounds at the time where Teofimo Lopez had to go out there and really get that 135 pounds to become undisputed. Rob somebody from that. Rob somebody from that. I mean, it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in boxing. One of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in the sport of boxing. And fans to this day will claim that Teofimo Lopez was not an undisputed champion. It was one of the most disgusting things, despicable things you will see in the sport of boxing. Not only that, you know, um, it's so much weird shit that Devin Haney does, where it's like, come on, man. Like, who raised you, bruh? You know what I'm saying? Who was you raised with? You know what I mean? Like, I understand he's not no street kid, you know what I'm saying? But he acts like he wants to be a street kid, you know? But how you going to take this shit to the law? You know what I'm saying? Like, you a snitch. You's a fucking snitch. You're a fucking snitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Instead of telling this dude to square up and fight me for the second time so I could get my get back, you decide that you gonna go sue. Make it make sense. In a sport where it's combat, in a sport where you could actually throw hands and make money, you decide you want to sue. Make it make sense, bruh. This dude has character flaws. How you in a sport where you could actually throw your hands and get revenge on somebody, but you decide that you want to sue that person? I mean, that's some snitch ass shit. Use a fucking, use a fucking fed, bruh. Use a fed. You is a fed. It's as simple as that. Use a fed. Use a snitch, and then you gonna say that after you lost, got your ass whooped by Ryan Garcia, you gonna say that you still a champion, bro? If that's my kid, bro, I will take that belt from him. I'll say, bro, you not a champion, bro. We gotta go get our get back. Fuck that shit. We gotta go get our get back. But you not a champ. You not a champ. I would never do that. That is teaching a man to be a fucking spoiled, entitled, privileged brat. You know what I'm saying? This kid was so entitled, so privileged that he got his ass beat and still got a participation trophy. How weak is that? What type of man are you raising, Bill Haney? What type of man is that? Is that somebody you could really be proud of? I mean, all bullshit aside, is that somebody you could really be proud of? I could never be proud of something like that. You know, if I didn't work hard and if I didn't win and if I didn't get it, my competitive drive, my competitive edge would not allow me to parade something around or still call myself a champion when I know damn well I'm not a champion. Because at the end of the day, I got my ass whooped inside of that ring. So to me, that's sad. Then saying that you 31 and 0, I mean, come on, let's be honest. Let's be honest. You 31 and 0, bro. But that's a character flaw, bro. You got whooped. You got whooped. It don't matter if you feel like you got cheated. It don't matter if this, if that. You still got whooped, right? You still got whooped. You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of man are you? You the type of man that's just going to allow yourself to fuck it. I'm gonna take this participation award, and I'm still the champion, and I'm still this, and I'm still that. Nah, that's some bullshit. That's bullshit, in my opinion. You know, it'd have been tough. I would have respected the shit out of Devin Haney if he would have said after the fight, if he would have said, you know what, that belt don't really belong to me. I mean, you still gotta hold it because obviously Ryan Garcia couldn't win the shit, but you still gotta hold it. But I would have still said, you know what, it ain't right for me to parade around a belt that I didn't win tonight. Um, Obviously Ryan Garcia couldn't win the belt tonight, but I definitely want to be get a rematch and we could really fight for this belt. But I can't parade around a belt that I didn't earn. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't earn. I didn't earn that tonight. I would have respected that as a man. That's some real man shit. Like taking accountability. You know what I'm saying, for your actions, for what you did. You have no head movement, bruh. You got no head movement. You got to get back in the gym, work on that. You got no power. I mean, there ain't really much you could be able to do with that. You know what I'm saying? But still, think about that. And think about, okay, I would have respected him if he would have been like, yeah, I feel cheated, but I still don't feel like I got my get back. So, man, fuck that. I want my rematch. Fuck suing. You's a snitch. You's a fucking snitch. Devin Haney is a fucking snitch, bro. That's some true snitch ass shit. I ain't gonna sue you, bruh. I'm gonna go in there. You in a combat sport, bruh. You better go get your get back, bruh. Ain't no fucking way. You don't tell me I'ma sue this dude. You know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck that. Don't give him no suspension. I want this shit ASAP. Or fuck it. You take the 1 year off. It is what it is, and get your get back. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna motivate you more. You know, to get an easy couple mil off of Ryan Garcia, you don't give a fuck. That motherfucker got money out there. He don't care, bruh. You're not gonna fucking stretch him dry, bruh. He gonna have money regardless. The millions gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? All you doing is just looking like a fucking snitch out here. That's what you looking like. Is a snitch. A snitch. Devin Haney is. I mean, I've never seen this in boxing, to be honest. I've never seen this in boxing. I've never seen an industry plant like this. I've never seen nobody get all this fucking entitlement in boxing. This shit is weak as shit. This shit is weak as fuck. I mean, this is the most luckiest guy in the sport of boxing. I've never seen nothing like it. Never. Never in my life have I ever seen something like that, to be honest. So, in my opinion, I think that from the beginning, from when I first started watching Devin Haney and shit like that, when I first started seeing who Devin Haney was, getting to know who Devin Haney was and things like that, and knowing that, you parading around a belt. I'm talking about when he was at 135 pounds, when he was at 135 pounds and he had fought nobody, zero, zilch. And he was parading around an interim world title, claiming that he was a champion at 135 pounds. And the guy who went out there and got it like Teofimo Lopez, who beat Richard Comey for the IBF, and then went against the number one pound for pound fighter at the time in Vasily Lomachenko, and you weak ass bitch who ain't fought nobody, it was over there claiming that you was the one that was the champion. That's some clown ass shit. I can't respect a man like that. That's a true fucking bitch. I'm sorry to say, but that's a true bitch. He's a snitch. He's a rat. He's a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? And if you rock with Devin Haney, that just entails what your characteristics really are. You know what I'm saying? Um, Inside of the ring, his skills are subpar. His skills are very B-level type skills. You know what I'm saying? He's been lucky enough that he's been privileged enough that he's been getting the nods by the judges when he's really been losing fights, like the Vasily Lomachenko fight. And he won't rematch Vasily Lomachenko because of the fact that he knows that he lost that fight. And he still feels like he was the champion. This dude's a straight up fucking loser, a weirdo. And somebody need to pack his ass the fuck up out of boxing, in my opinion. I don't condone that shit. I don't respect a dude like that. That dude is a complete clown. His father, he ain't raised him right in the sense where he ain't fucking teach him shit. He ain't teach him to be a man or none of that. It's not respectable. You know what I'm saying? Shit is despicable. You know, I mean, Ryan Garcia, you know, that motherfucker's another crazy motherfucker. He's retarded too. You know what I'm saying? But at least he has a sense of himself type shit. You know what I mean? Whereas he's not as entitled as Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? And Ryan Garcia has been getting hella money since he was young because he was one of them up and coming stars in the sport of boxing. He was the one that got all the fans. He's the one that already had all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, though, I don't. I can never condone what Devin Haney is doing. I think that is a straight clown show. It's a straight clown show from a straight clown. Um, in my wildest dreams, where I've ever thought that this dude would be suing a guy like a Ryan Garcia. Um, and if you are, bruh, keep that shit in the house and just keep that shit on the low. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? But to be proud of some shit like that, how could you? How could you? You know, it's weird. Like, comment, shit, subscribe, man, and we out, man. Peace.